Hello there everybody, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another season review, and this one is going to be a very interesting one because we are going to be talking about the Indiana Pacers out in the East. They finished 14th in the Eastern Conference with a 19-63 record, and ultimately I'm looking at the Pacers and I'm just wondering what they're going to look like when everybody is fully healthy. I feel like if you're a Pacers fan, you truly kind of neglected this season as a write-off to begin with. As soon as Tyrese Haliburton went down with that ruptured Achilles or torn Achilles, whatever it is, I think a lot of Pacers fans just kind of rode the season off. It is what it is. Next season just won't be our year, and ultimately we'll focus on the next one. But I still got to ask the question, with all the moves that did take place in the offseason, I mean, they still have a good chunk of their guys, but losing a guy like Miles Turner, for example, could that be the difference? Even if they do return fully healthy next year, Tyrese Haliburton comes back, a couple of other guys, maybe they make some signings in free agency. Do they actually still have enough to get back to that final spot? I don't know. But that's kind of where my head is going to. I'm going to write off their season as well. I feel like it's not worth talking about their season. But with that being said, we probably should talk a little bit about it. Let's talk about it in this video. Before we get any further, if you do like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like and subscribe if you are new. And let me know what you guys think about the Indiana Pacers. And the most important thing here is, where do you think they'll be next season? What are your thoughts on this season as well? They've got a couple of really good guys here. They've got Pascal Siakam. They've got Zubac. They got Nembhard, which I really, really like. Obi Toppin can jump out of the building. Naismith is not too bad. They've got some good guys. They have Ethan Thompson, former Bulls player as well. TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell is the Bulls destroyer. That's what I call him. Every time he faces us, my man eats us alive. It's actually embarrassing. And in fact, if we're talking about the Bulls, they beat us every game this season. 19 of their wins, pretty sure 4 of them or 3 of them were against us. So there you go. Good stuff there. They did get rid of a couple of guys as well. Obviously, Miles Turner left in free agency. We have Benedict Mathurin no longer on the team. He is on the Los Angeles Clippers. So it is not exactly the same team. They have Zubac on the team. So there's a couple of things there. Jay Huff I really like as well. I forgot to mention him. This guy made 5 threes in a row against the Bulls when he faced us. It was unbelievable to see. Such an awkward shooting motion, but my goodness, does it ever fall in. So yeah, they have good players on their team. And with Tyrese Haliburton, that team will become much better than what it is. Because ultimately, that's what I really felt like they were missing. They were missing someone that can play make. You know, they're trying to run the ball through all these other guys. And I just don't think it's like with the Pacers, their best attribute was just how elite their playmaking was. They play such a free-flowing brand of basketball, and a lot of that has to do with Tyrese Haliburton and just how he can orchestrate his team, how he can get people confident. It's not necessarily him passing the ball. He averages like 10 assists per game or 12 assists per game. It's something phenomenal like that. It's not even that. It's just the confidence that he gives. It's the confidence that he gives in his players. I think that's what they missed, mostly. And that's where I think the 19-63 record comes from. I don't think they have really a bad bench. I don't think they have a bad starting lineup. But I don't think they played with as much confidence as what Tyrese Haliburton would allow them to. You know, it's all fine and good having him in the locker room, talking to them and whatnot. But actually seeing him playing, seeing how he handles it, seeing how he can allow other people to handle it, it exudes confidence. There's a reason why guys like Miles Turner had his best season with Tyrese Haliburton. Pascal Siakam, I mean, he had a pretty good year with the Raptors when they won a ring, but Pascal Siakam played really, really well with Tyrese Haliburton. A couple of their bench guys all of a sudden became really big threats when they played with Haliburton. So yeah, he's a massive blow. I normally don't say one man makes the team, but in this situation, because of how impactful he was, and how much he makes everybody else better, you can safely say that one man did make this team in many ways. Makes the team what it is. With a couple of great players, he makes them better. I'm out of focus. Boop. Still out of focus. I don't know. There we go. So I'm somewhere there. Somewhere in that blurry mess. So the question now I've got to ask is that, all right, Tyrese Haliburton comes back. Where does this team go from here? Well, I should firstly, because I'm interested in this, I want to check their draft situation. Do they have their own first round pick? So I'm going to search Indiana Pacers, and hopefully the AI will tell me draft picks. So they own their pick in 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2031, and 2032. Dang. Fair play. They've got all their picks. They've got so many picks. You know what? They should just give the Bulls one. That's how many picks they have. Well, what is this, bro? Don't be a hog. Give us some picks, man. What's going on? I'm pretty sure they have other teams' first round picks as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But all right, they have their 2026 first round pick. That should be quite high. You'd assume in the top 4, top 5, something like that. Unless they fall, they're most likely going to get a very high draft pick. I think, in terms of their pick, they should be getting the best available. That isn't a point guard. That's what I think. With Haliburton, you have to give him the faith that he'll be 100% when he comes back and that he can get back to his best. The beautiful thing about Haliburton, the reason why I feel like he can get close to his best, is that his game wasn't based on athleticism. He wasn't posterizing guys. He wasn't beating people with immense speed. He was beating people. He wasn't even a fantastic dribbler. One of the biggest critiques about him was that he can't really beat guys off the dribble, you know? So he's not someone that really does that too often as well. But he's someone that is very smart, high IQ, and gets his players involved. He can shoot the three, even as awkward as it may look. He can shoot the three at a very high level, and he just makes a difference in that way. So I feel like that is more than enough for him to kind of get back to his absolute best. I feel like if he's not back to his best, he'll be close to it. You go for the best available. That isn't Tyrese Haliburton. I think they've got a little bit of a mixture with their 3-point. Again, what I liked about Miles Turner is he was someone that can expand the 3-point line, block shots, kind of beat everything. So instead of having one player that does that now, they've got two. Zubac, they've got two people that can divide it. Zubac can't shoot the three, but he can block shots, be a rim protector, grab rebounds, be a physical force, while Jay Huff will be the guy shooting the threes. And it kind of works in that avenue. But I still will ask the question about whether or not this team can truly get back to the finals. This may be a very recency biased conversation, and I can completely admit that as someone that's talking about the Indiana Pacers. I look at where other teams are out in the East. I look at Boston. I look at the Detroit Pistons, who are sucking in the playoffs right now. I look at teams like the Knicks, which the Pacers did beat. I'm looking at a lot of guys, right? I'm looking at a lot of teams, even teams like Atlanta or the Cavs that are finding their way in there every single season. I look at those teams and I look at the Pacers and I think to myself, all right, I could see the Pacers in the playoffs. I could see them fighting in, for home court. But do I truly see them getting into a situation where they are back in the NBA Finals, one game away from winning it? And I honestly don't think so. I think Miles Turner's a huge loss. You could try to make up for it all you like. Benedict Mathurin as well, I think, will be a big loss. I see them competing because they're a team of fighters. Even when they lost as many games as they did, they're a team of fighters. They will fight you. They will fight you to the bitter end. But I can't really see them getting back to that position where they are competing for an NBA Finals again, at least not next season. And plus, you need to give Tyrese Haliburton patience. It could take him more than a season to get back to his best. Especially with guards, an Achilles injury could be career-ending for some. I've heard people say kind of the taller you are, the bigger builder you are, the more likely you can recover from Achilles injuries. Well, Tyrese Haliburton's a guard. And that tends to be more difficult for guards to recover from. So it might take more than a season. He's dealing with other issues as well that I've heard. I don't know the exact words for it, but basically, I think it was his eye issue. It was like an eye issue, and it's causing him to eat a lot and put a lot of weight on and stuff of that nature and everything in between. Something like that, or maybe it was the medicine. I can't exactly know for sure. I'm sorry to the Pacers fans. I should know better than that. But he's dealing with a lot of stuff, man. So it might take him more than a season. But I'm sure the Pacers are more than willing to give him more patience to get over this situation and to really come and bounce back. And of course, this team can make moves in free agency. They may target guys like Cameron Boozer. Be a great pickup for them in the 2026 draft class, considering they should be very high in the draft class. And they've got a very decent squad around them. Haliburton just, in my opinion, completes the puzzle. as that elite playmaker and that elite player in general that they are desperately missing. They're just not the same without him. So even though I'm saying I don't think they'll be making it to the finals next year, I see them competing for home court. I see them battling it out with some of the best teams in the Eastern Conference because they are a team worth of fighters. They're full of fighters. And if they make the right moves, they could very well be back in that position. But yeah, what a forfeit. By the way, I should mention this as well because this is a Pacers video. We'll talk about the Bucks when we get to them. Miles Turner got traded, or actually no, he left to join the Milwaukee Bucks. Yet I see the Pacers now on the rise because obviously they're going to get much better than 19 and 63. And the Bucks are just kind of in no man's land at the moment. Maybe he made the wrong choice. Maybe. Pacers fans, I think your future looks a little bit brighter next season. We'll see how bright it could truly get. With that being said, enjoy your first round pick. I hope you get a good player. But by all means, if you're feeling nice, just give us one. You know that meme of Tyrese Halliburton saying, no, I'll give you the ball. No, just give us a pick. Just give us a pick. Please, give us a pick. It'd be nice. I'd like a pick from the Pacers. All right. Not this year's one, of course. You don't have to do that, of course. That's ridiculous. But maybe, look, man, you might be competing by 2028. Well, just give us the pick, bro. You never know. All right? It's fine. Thank you for watching. I'm only kidding. I'm messing around. I will see you guys in the next season review. We'll go out west. Who are we going to talk about out west? I'm kind of going based on standings for both conferences. So this is our 4th video we've done. We'll be talking next about the Memphis Grizzlies. That is the team I want to talk about next in the season reviews. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed them thus far. I'll keep them coming. We saw the Phoenix Suns get eliminated from the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, today. So I feel pretty confident talking about them when their time is up as well. So yeah, all in all, the reason why I'm doing it this way as well is because some teams haven't been eliminated yet. So I don't want to talk about them until they get eliminated. Because what if, for example, a team like the Lakers, which I can say a lot about, wins the championship? Then what I say now will be null and void if they win the chip and LeBron retires, you know? Like, it's... Yeah, so I think that makes sense. Anyway, have a wonderful and safe day, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.